All right, let's get right into it. There's this company, BMRI, that just dropped an earnings report that should have sent its stock flying, but it didn't. So in this breakdown, we're going to figure out what on earth is going on and what it could all mean for 2025.
And when I say shocking, I mean it. The numbers were incredible. We're talking higher profits, healthier assets, you name it, it was up. This is the kind of report that usually makes a stock price explode.
So, here's the big puzzle, right? The company puts out fantastic news, and the market basically just yawns. What gives? Figuring that out is the key to this whole story.
First things first, let's just lay out the evidence. I want you to see just how good this report actually was. We'll run through the highlights real quick.
Okay, number one, their main business is firing on all cylinders. They're mining and buying more Ethereum, which is, the absolute bedrock of their whole operation.
And it's not just what they're making. The value of what they already have, their big stash of Ethereum, is also doing great. So that just adds another big check mark in the financially healthy column.
Now, this is where it gets really interesting. They're not just bringing in more, they're spending less to do it. They've slashed their operational costs, basically turning into a leaner, meaner, and way more profitable machine.
And then there's this, the real bombshell that nobody saw coming. BMNR is starting to lay the groundwork for a crypto-based dividend. I mean, think about that. It's a totally new way to tie shareholder value directly to their crypto holdings. Super innovative.
Okay, so you've seen the report. It's glowing, right? Which brings us right back to that million-dollar question, why didn't the stock move? Let's dig into why the market is acting so weird. Well, it seems to boil down to three things. First, you've got the general market, which is kind of jittery right now, so even good news can get lost in the noise. Second, BMNR is what's called a low-cap stock. It's a smaller company, and these guys often need a ton of buzz to really get moving. But the third one? This is the big one. Most traders just don't get their business model. It's so new, they see crypto and their minds immediately jump to risk and volatility because there's no real precedent for this.
And here's why that matters. Whenever the market doesn't fully understand a company's success, its stock price can fall behind what it's actually worth. And that gap, that disconnect between performance and perception, is exactly the kind of potential undervaluation that savvy investors are always looking for. So, to really grasp this opportunity, you've got to understand what makes BMNR tick. Let's pull back the curtain on their unique crypto-first model. So what does that even mean? Well, think of it this way. Most companies have a treasury full of cash. The MNR's treasury is full of Ethereum. Their value is directly, fundamentally, tied to ETH. It's basically a way to bet on Ethereum, but you can do it through your regular stockbroker. And when you break it down, their business plan is shockingly simple. Step 1, accumulate as much Ethereum as they possibly can. Step 2, figure out cool new ways to share the value of that growing ETH pile with their shareholders, like these crypto dividends.
So who's this for? Who's going to be interested in this? Well, it's a pretty clear list. If you're an Ethereum bull who thinks it's going to the moon, this is for you. If you're a long-term crypto holder looking for a way to get that exposure in your stock portfolio, check. And, of course, if you're a small-cap hunter looking for those hidden gems before they blow up, this is right up your alley.
All right, so that's the business model. But hey, don't just take my word for it. What are the professionals, the analysts on Wall Street, saying about this? One phrase keeps showing up again and again in the analyst reports: a quiet breakout candidate. They see the same thing we've been talking about: strong fundamentals, a confused market, and a company that might just be ready to pop.
And when you dig in, you see why. The analysts, they love the long-term vision here. They point out that the stock has high leverage, which is just a fancy way of saying that if Ethereum takes a big step up, BMNR stock could take an even bigger leap. They're betting on that ETH treasury growing in value, and they think it's only a matter of time before the rest of the market catches on.
So all of this brings us to the big forward-looking question, doesn't it? We've seen the powerful earnings, we get why the market's sleeping on it, and we've heard what the experts think. So what happens next? It really seems to come down to two possible futures, and they both hinge on Ethereum. Path 1. If ETH just kind of treads water or goes down, BMNR's stock will be valued on how well it runs its business and its current assets. But Path 2. If Ethereum goes on a massive bull run,
Well, this stock is built from the ground up to ride that wave, and the potential upside could be huge as the value of their treasury just skyrockets.
And that's what we're left with. It's the ultimate question, isn't it? You've got this amazing earnings report that the market has totally ignored, a business model built to capture the upside of the next crypto boom, so you really have to ask yourself, could BMNR be the biggest sleeper stock of 2025, hiding right here in plain sight?